ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, and I've now become an expert on the subject I like most, getting to know you. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
All right, boys and girls, this is your chance to learn all about me, Mrs. Twombly. So I would love to get to know all of you, but before we do that, I figured it was only fair, and I'm all about fairness, if I could tell you some things about myself. So I was born and raised in New Jersey. Okay, somewhere around that area of New Jersey. It's called Voorhees, New Jersey. Stayed there until I moved out after college, and I stayed around the area about 45 minutes away. So I am a Jersey girl at heart. I spent a lot of my summers down at the beach in Ocean City, New Jersey, which is, somewhere around here. Close to Atlantic City. I'm sure everyone has heard of Atlantic City. But yeah, I love the beach. Long walks on the beach now. Just kidding. So, I also love to dance. Ever since I was little, I'm 5, 6 years old, I started to dance. Danced all throughout college too. Nothing super formal, super crazy. I did it a lot for fun. And this year I am so super excited to be part of the Sapphires and to help those girls reach the same amount of success and victories they have the past few years. All right, so we're going to start. I'm going to show you some pictures of myself. I thought it'd be fun to, show you some embarrassing pictures, because who doesn't love that? So here are some of my baby pictures. Everyone say, "Aww." Right, isn't that cute? This is just pictures of me. So I asked my mom, excuse me, I had asked her if she could send me some pictures because, when I was little, we didn't have digital cameras. We had cameras where you had to go to the drugstore somewhere and get the film developed. So we have all these hard copy pictures. My parents are currently spending their summer down at the shore. So they were making a trip up to the house last week, and I said, "Hey, can you send me some pictures?" I was hoping to get some more candid shots, but she took all of those little portraits that every single year from the time I was born until, I was 6 months old and 18 months old. So I've got all kinds of school pictures here to show you too. So these first couple here, I was a baby here, obviously. This one here, I was 3 in that picture, I believe. That's what I am told. I was 3 years old. Okay, so aren't they cute? I know these were my cute years. Wait until you see what happens on the next slide. We get into my awkward years. Aren't we excited? I know I'm exposing all of those awkward pictures of me. So here we go. Okay. Well, yikes. So the top pictures are from when I was in middle school. I thought it would be funny if I could show you when I was in middle school so many moons ago. So the first picture, and I might have these out of order. No, yeah, these are out of order. So this picture here, this is when I was in 7th grade. And then this picture here is when I was in 8th grade. Yikes. And sorry, I'm looking at my information here. And then this picture here was actually when I was a sophomore in high school. Sorry, I thought that I had those out of order. So yeah, I had awkward times with my hair. I always had straight hair. If you remember from my little baby picture when I was 3 years old, I had very straight hair. And all of a sudden I got into middle school. I'm starting to become a teenager, and my hair started to become extra super frizzy. Hated it. I'm sure there are some girls who can relate with me. And then finally, by the time I graduated high school, which is what this picture is here, I had a friend who had bought a flat iron for me. And finally, I learned how I can make my hair look not like this here. Yikes. So this is my middle school years. Again, I went to middle school in New Jersey, in Voorhees. And then I graduated high school. And then after high school, I went to the College of New Jersey, which we just call TCNJ. And everyone says, well, which College of New Jersey? No, it's the College of New Jersey. Kind of like how we're the Charles Patterson Middle School. Well, it was the College of New Jersey. It was in central New Jersey. It's about an hour away from where I lived. And I would say about 90% of the students at the college lived in New Jersey. And it was kind of a joke. So New Jersey's super small, especially compared to Texas. And when we were at college, it's kind of divided into North Jersey and South Jersey. And I lived in South Jersey. A lot of what some of you might think of New Jersey, the TV shows, are more northern New Jersey, closer to New York than my city, so to speak. I was about a half hour away from Philadelphia. We would always ask each other in college, are you from North Jersey or South Jersey, North or South? Because so many students, almost everyone there was from New Jersey. There were some students who were out of state, but it was kind of like, well, how did you ever hear about this? It is a very good school. It's one of the top public schools in the area, but because it's just, the College of New Jersey, it's not very well known. So I'll just tell you some about these pictures. This is a picture of me and my friend Caroline. This is us at one of our dance practices. Like I said, I danced in we just had a little fun student-run company. We made our own recitals. And then these are graduation pictures. This was my roommate, Rachel. And then these are two of my very best friends, and they're still some of my very best friends. They are also both math teachers, so that's Kate and Erin. So this was my college graduation. And then I started working in my first year, actually 7 years, I was working at Clearview Regional Middle School, again, in New Jersey. I started off teaching 7th grade, and I had one class of 8th grade that year. And then I think it was for the next year I had mostly 7th grade and then 8th grade. And then the third year I had all 7th grade. And then my 4th year of teaching, I transitioned to all 8th grade. And that's what I teach now. Love teaching 8th grade. I love math. I am a math teacher. Math, I'm crazy. I know, I'm weird. I love the way math works. I'll probably tell you this in class too. When I was little, when I was in middle school, when I was in high school, I did well at math. I was always a good student. I worked hard. But of those subjects, though, math was always my weakest subject. It never really clicked with me. I was always super shy. I never wanted to ask questions. And whenever I went over the homework, I would get things wrong, and I wouldn't ask for help. And if you're not asking for help, if it's not clicking, when you get the quizzes and the tests, as I'm sure you all know, the questions are always more difficult. Well, why do they do that? You're going to hate me and ask me the same question. It wasn't that hard in class. Why did you make it harder on the test? So I did okay. I didn't fail. I was a BC student in math, but, I did pretty well in all the other classes, and it bothered me. My senior year of high school, I decided I was in calculus, but I didn't take the AP calculus class. I just took regular calculus. So it was a lower level than what I was used to, and I did really well in the class. We moved at a pace that was slower, a pace that was probably a little bit more appropriate for me. There were other students in the class that were on my level, and they were asking questions, and while I still didn't feel comfortable asking questions, because other students were asking questions and I was listening to them, I started to get it. And I loved that feeling when you've been struggling and math, so many times it's right or it's wrong. And when you've been getting it wrong and now all of a sudden you're getting it right, oh, I just love it. It feels so good. It makes you so proud of yourself. And on one of my quizzes, my math teacher at the time, I was a senior in high school, I always knew I wanted to be a teacher, always. I used to play school when I was little. I had a little chalkboard down in the basement, I would take some of my old papers and kind of distribute them to my imaginary students. But it wasn't until that senior year of high school, halfway through the year, I decided to be a math teacher because my math teacher at the time wrote on one of my quizzes, you should consider being a math teacher, because I had her 2 years in a row and she knew the struggle I went through and she knew that would carry over well to my students. So that's why I'm a math teacher. Okay, I'm passionate about it. I want to take all of you to that level. Those of you who already love math, who enjoy it, who do well in it, that's excellent. We're going to challenge you even more this year. Those of you who think, oh, math's not really my thing, I'm not good at it. No, don't say that. You're not good at it yet. That growth mindset, we will get you there. We will work together and we will make sure that we get you to that understanding that you need. Okay? All right, so my first 7 years were all at Clearview. And during that time, I went back to school. I went back to TCNJ. And I got my master's degree. Yay, there's my mom on my graduation. So that's kind of all the school part. So my first year working at Clearview, my college roommate actually lived down here in Texas. She was going to grad school down here at Texas A&M. And I came down to visit her, and that's where I met my husband. Aw, another aw, isn't that cute? So this was us when I came down to visit him once. We were in San Antonio. We both really like baseball. I don't know what I was just starting to say there. We like baseball. He's a Red Sox fan because he is from New Hampshire. I'm a Phillies fan because I'm from the Philadelphia area. So we have some fun with that. To be quite honest with you, I have not kept up with it as much as I used to because I don't get to see as many games of the Phillies down here. But I do enjoy baseball. So we met down here in Texas. He was stationed down here at Fort Hood. He is in the Army. And then he actually moved to New Jersey. He became a recruiter. And I love, you're going to see in a later slide, I love Disney World. In case you can't tell about my posters. Love Disney World. So on a family vacation to Disney World, my husband proposed to me. Yay! So it was during the fireworks that they have at the Magic Kingdom. And we kind of went back the next day and recreated it. So we were sitting in this area here, standing there during the fireworks. And at one point, he kind of tapped me on the shoulder and I turned around and there he was down on one knee. It was perfect. I loved it because I love Disney World. And then we got married in 2011 in October. Love the fall weather. Can't wait for this heat to be over with. But, it could be worse. We're not shivering and freezing cold. So that's that. While he was there in New Jersey, he decided to go back to school, get his degree. He became an officer, and we moved back here to Texas. Shortly after we got married, we got our little fur puppy, our little fur baby, Marvin. You're going to hear me talk about Marvin a lot probably. When I went through all my pictures, almost all of my pictures on my phone are of Marvin. So here's Marvin. This first picture here, this kind of describes him perfectly. He loves to be comfortable. I mean, we all love to be comfortable. But this dog, if I tell him to sit and we're in the kitchen and we're on somewhere that has a hard floor, he usually doesn't sit. He has to scoot back. So if he's along the edge where there's a hard floor on the carpet, he'll scoot back so he can put his bottom on that carpet. He's got to be comfy. Another thing, he loves treats. Treats. He's sitting here right next to me, and his ears are perking up now. So this is a picture. He did finally sit on the hard floor here because we have a treat for him. He will do anything you ask of him for a treat unless he knows you are trying to bribe him to get him to do something he doesn't want to do, like a bath. So if you want to right now, I'm going to stop talking, and you can go watch this little video here. This is kind of my shame video of Marvin. This was around Christmas time, in case you can't tell. I do have a couple of videos. This was the only video that was on my iPad at the time, so it was easier to show you this one. Any pictures you want to see of Marvin, any videos you want to see of him, please ask. I love to share them. He is like my child, only he's fur child, not an actual child. So go ahead, watch that video and enjoy. Okay, so we moved to Texas. And my husband actually got here before I did in November of 2013. I got here last year in February of 2014. So I've been here for a year and a half, going on 2 years. All of my family is back in New Jersey. It was wonderful last summer. I got to spend a week in Disney World with my family. We all met up there. So we've got my mom over here. This is my brother John. That's Mickey Mouse. He's not related to us. This is my sister-in-law, Lauren. They actually just got married this past April. So I spent a lot of time going back to New Jersey this past school year. This is my dad. There's me, and then my husband, Austin. So that's some stuff about me. Love math. I love teaching, and I am so excited to get you all to that level of understanding, and I'm going to make you love math also. I love dancing. I love Mickey Mouse. I love Disney World. Love my family and my little fur baby, Marvin. Anything else you want to know about me? You can think about it. You can ask me. We're going to have a little session right now. You can do a Q&A session. Ask me anything you want to know. I can't wait to hear more about you guys, and I can't wait to start this school year. Bye.